Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my channel, the Angels of Alchemy. I'm Dee Grewal, psychic medium and angelic channel. And this is going to be a general read for all signs, earth, air, water, and fire, for the full moon in Aquarius and some of those planetary alignments that we have right now. I was guided to do this reading, so that's why I'm doing it. Because we've had so many interesting aspects and so many things that have been unfolding this year. This big push coming in from the universe, and you know, it's nice to be able to have some guidance as to how to navigate through some of the obstacles and the challenges that are coming up due to the fact that we're closing out cycles. We're in a place of really completing chapters to move on to new chapters that are built on strong foundations. And so today is the full moon in Aquarius. You know, we've been in this period of where we had the eclipse cycle. We also had Mercury retrograde, and we also had the Lionsgate portal energies, and now we have this full moon in Aquarius on top of that. And interestingly enough, Mercury is officially out of shadow from its retrograde today on the full moon. You also had the Sun and Venus conjunction, okay? In the sign of Leo. Uranus is retrograde in Taurus, and that's going to be until January 2020. I think it's up to January 10th, I believe, January 10th, 2020. But it's going to be in the sign of Taurus until 2026. So these are interesting times, testy times, but also times of great blessings, because everything that's unfolding right now is really pushing us to live in alignment with authentic truth, to also be in a place where we're living from the heart center, and it's not about the mind and the ego. So we're moving away from things that aren't based out of truth. We're moving away from things that aren't based on a solid, that haven't been built on a solid foundation, on a solid structure. So, and it needs to happen. Again, it's pushing us to open our hearts and to really truly live from the heart. So there's a lot of interesting things that are unfolding and happening. I've been saying for weeks now, we are completing karmic cycles. I believe the South Node has been in Capricorn, so there's been a major push with karmic cycles coming to completion. You know, whatever's unfolding for you right now is very important, because we're in the, eclipses. Everything that happens with eclipses will unfold from now up to 6 months, right? So whatever you're in right now, this is going to be a closing out of a cycle. The next eclipse is going to be in December, and that is going to start a new cycle. So pay attention to what's unfolding for you right now. Pay attention to what's coming up for you, where you feel tested. If you've kind of been, although there's been some challenging aspects, if you've been putting in the work, this should be smooth sailing in some ways. You might have some obstacles and challenges, but keep doing the work because it's helping you. And I think the important thing to remember here is not to resist the changes, to go with the flow. The more you resist, things will persist. And I have to tell you, if you're resisting changes during this time, you're going to make your path very, very difficult, because things need to unfold the way, and they will. They're going to unfold the way they need to regardless, because you're getting that push from the universe to move in a certain direction, to move towards what's of authentic truth, to be living from heart space, living from the heart vibration. And so, all I can say to you right now really is to go with the flow rather than go against it. It's very important to cleanse and clear your energy at this time. Anytime you're going through moon cycles, especially full moon energy, it's highly recommended to cleanse and clear and detox as well. If you're doing a body detox, please make sure that you get guidance from your doctor and it's okay. But removing toxins and negativity, and detaching from situations that are not in your highest good, right? Being in your own energy, cleansing and clearing your auric field, and making sure that you're really just surrounding yourself with the highest possible vibration. So cleansing yourself with sage. You can do a sea salt bath. I love to do that during the time of full moon. I like to do that on a daily, really. But I do cleanse myself with sage every day, almost. You know, I might miss a day here or there, but usually I'm cleansing myself with sage every day, and sometimes a few times a day. And you know, I was guided. They were saying to me to do a detox. They recommended it for me, so I'm personally, you know, doing that right now. Is taking the time to use this energy and cleanse and detox myself. So also to eat lighter foods, not heavy foods. What they've made me aware of is some of the downloads that we're receiving and some of this energy that's coming in. It's very thick, it's very heavy. You know, this divine energy that's coming in, it's of the purest form. And our energy and that energy, you know, the physical body isn't quite used to it. You know, we've been going through this period of awakening. And so what they're saying is, you know, to make it a little bit easier, focus on eating lighter foods, focus on having organic foods. You remember, you're staying away from things that are toxic. And why would you want to eat anything toxic anyway? So those are the kind of things that are coming up. They are showing me that doors are opening, but there's a fear of moving through. So they literally gave me an image that it shows somebody standing, and on the side that they're standing, there's this shadow, there's this darkness, but there's this door, and it's open just a little bit, and there's this light coming through, and the person's peering around and looking, but then afraid and kind of stepping back. It's like having 1 foot going forward, 1 foot back, and it's almost that hesitancy, that resistance to want to make changes. Okay, this is really a time where you need to surrender and let go and really believe that you're being supported by the universe. So, and again, once again, it's about living in authentic truth, living from the vibration of love, because love is who we are. It is what we are. We can never be separated from it. So there's a lot happening, right? Why don't we move ahead into this reading and some of the cards that I've pulled. They were also giving me images of, you know, butterflies, which is my symbol of transformation and change as well. There was something else, and, you know, if it comes to me again, I'll definitely bring it through. But I am asking them to work with me and to, you know, if there's any messages that they wish for me to share, they will come through in this reading. So with that being said, let's move forward. You have Venus. So here again, Venus is the planet of love. It's also things of comfort and beauty, material comfort, okay? Venus governs all of that. Venus is also the leading planet for Taurus and Libra. So those aspects are coming into play. Don't forget, Uranus is retrograde in the sign of Taurus right now. Okay, so you have this, and then you have the South Node, life's debts. So the South Node, I believe, has been in the sign of Capricorn. And what's happening here, this is about karmic debts, karmic completion, cycles coming to an end, balancing out of karma. Okay, again, I told you Venus is the planet that governs over Taurus and Libra, and so Libra is about balance. And if you look at Taurus, it's as the earth sign, it's about it's an earthy sign, so it's about grounding that energy, finding that stability, right? So, but I am gonna, for these two cards, I always read from the Black Moon Astrology deck because it gives you an in-depth message as to what this really means. Okay, so give me a second here. The Venus card says to let love take care of it for now. Venus is the morning star and the brightest of the planets. It is the planet of beauty and balance and is named after the goddess of love and romance, which is what the planet rules. In Scandinavian lands, the equivalent of the Roman goddess Venus was Freya. Among the Greeks, she was Aphrodite. She was once associated with Lucifer, who was not a demon but an angel of light who fell to the earth plane from the heavens. In reality, the part of the astrological chart Venus rules is where we want the good life, where we desire ease and comfort, sweets and kisses, where we want to see beautiful, be beautiful, and smell beautiful. Venus co-rules the signs of Libra and Taurus, but the energies function differently in these signs. In Libra, Venus works best in the field of beauty, social balance, and romantic love, while in Taurus, Venus stands for creature comforts and accumulating fineries. In both signs, Venus is very partner-oriented. There's a great need to unite with another when the Venus card presents itself. This can bring on codependency and fears of going it alone. Both Libra and Taurus are signs best supported in some form of partnership, but it does not necessarily have to be romantic or a marriage. Venus is the lesser Neptune. Love and romance and art are her domains, yet she doesn't get lost in them and lose her practical side. In fact, Venus is the planet of fashion, luxuries, balance, symmetry, artistic ability, and sugary foods, and she prefers to overlook the ugliness of the world. Buying objects that are beautiful, unnecessary, or excessive may come into play when this card is drawn, so be careful of wasting funds on items just because you want them. You may feel compelled to buy something beyond your budget because you think it's beautiful while you really don't need it. On the other hand, you may be attracting these very things on your own. Venus also rules money, especially money shared in a partnership or marriage, but this can be a business enterprise as well. Money worries should find resolution. Art, hair salons, restaurants, movies, concerts, dance recitals, craft shows, cosmetics, and fashion may figure in. You may be dealing with artists or people who work in the arts. You may discover a more creative and artistic side to yourself. Venus is the most humane and fair of the planets, so you may be asked or feel compelled to settle a dispute. Courts, law, and judgments may factor in, but more than this card indicates either a new love coming into your life or the improvement or a new start for an older love relationship. So when the Venus card presents itself, in a reading, the first thing to focus on is romance and love, but after that, creativity and refinement. You can be assured you are found very attractive at the present time and may be the subject of some advances. If so, romance becomes playful, even childlike. It is time for full heart blessings. If a relationship begins, it will have more of a sense of contentment and happiness to it, unless the Saturn card comes up in the spread. And if so, the love will seem cold or restrictive. Now, that's interesting because we actually have the South Node card here, which is about karmic decks, okay? So that's interesting because, again, Saturn is the planet of karma, and yet you have the South Node here, which is also about that. And from looking at the cards, it'll be interesting. Venus is the planet of charmers, so you may want to pour on the charm in a situation. There is a tendency to become more socially engaging. At this time, people will generally be sweeter, more helpful, and amenable. It is a good period to smooth ruffled feathers or make peace with others. Using diplomacy will serve you romantically at this time. Corresponding tarot card for Venus is the Empress. So key ideas: comforts, love, beauty, eating, sensing, relating, and expensive purchases. So let's move on to 42, which is the South Node. Life stats. Karma, when properly understood, is just the mechanics through which consciousness manifests. That's a quote by Deepak Chopra. The South Node represents a karmic point in our charts where certain matters must be discharged or cast off in order to develop and move on towards greater things. The Southern Lunar Node is also called the Dragon's Tail, and This is where most past karma lies in the astrological chart. The South Node is the planet where we are challenged and growth occurs through some kind of pain. At the same time, the South Node is realistic and is the area of the horoscope that shows how we can know and understand who we truly are. While the North Node opens doorways, the South Node represents karmic debts which can make life's circumstances hard. But neither the North nor the South are all good luck or bad luck. In fact, when it comes to the nodes, what will be given is what has been earned. There is no other way of getting there without the toil and effort. The South Node is also a key to what has been left unfinished or unresolved in your life. What lies therein is what we bring from not only our childhoods, but also past lives. When the South Node card turns up in a reading, it is a turning point. It is a time of endings and beginnings. Understand that there is something about to close that has been held in place for a long time. Familiar ways will end, ushering you forward in new ways and through different developments. You're ready to step out of the rut and align yourself with a higher vision. You may be evaluating certain aspects of your life to realize there is no longer any connection there and that it is time to move on. Be assured you will have a stronger foundation for your next venture. Doors slam, but in recognizing what needs to end, it helps you to move on toward further maturity. A major turning point. This is a period to maximize the advantages of these changes. Difficult though they may seem now, you will want to leave your comfort zone and make as many new contacts as you possibly can. Even though the South Node is not as congenial as the North Node, they are still in balance, having things in common. So when you face resistance at a particular time, that is your South Node telling you, over here, this is a better way. Blocks and obstacles, especially in this case, are letting you know you are not on your right or golden path. The South Node is all about being prepared for what comes next, and that means being experienced. There is no winging it. At this time, all your plans may truly sink. So there is no winging it at this time, or your plans may truly sink. Sometimes when the South Node is activated, it will take several tries to get what you're after. You could receive an unexpected rejection, one you weren't looking for, You could even be asked to do extra tasks while working longer hours. The good news is, even though things are a bit tough at the current moment, it is still an advantageous time. You're about to hook up with people in your soul tribe. You are setting down a foundation for your future marvelous life. So, okay, well, let's move on and see how this reading unfolds. You have your commitment is being tested. I feel again that this is about a cycle that's closing out for you, especially in regards to belief systems that you have about love and relationships, okay? Because this is actually highlighting Venus cards and the South Node about the karmic debts. And I also feel like there's a feeling of a lack of faith that love is coming into your life. For those of you who are seeking partnership, there's a big emphasis on that. Not feeling confident. Some of your relationships are being tested, but you need to realize that things are coming up and being tested, but it's like, where will you land after this is over? So can your relationships withstand some of the things that are unfolding for you right now? And perhaps for some of you, this is actually going to make your relationship stronger, right? So to have hope. And for those of you who are trying to control, so you had your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. Now you have full moon, okay, surrender to the divine. Whatever it is that you're holding on to right now that needs to be released, or you're trying to control how things are unfolding, you're being guided here to surrender to the divine, to let it go, okay? To have faith that everything's working out as it needs to, and allow the divine to support you, okay? You then also have here, bring love into the situation. So I feel like if you know, there's this feeling of, yes, we're closing out cycles, but can you allow yourself to send love to the things that are unfolding in your life, even if it doesn't feel good? If you're feeling challenged by obstacles, why don't you use the words as, I choose to see love instead of this, in regards to people, right? In regards to your relationships. It's something that I've been utilizing, you know, instead of being in a place of judgment and allowing the ego to step in, I focus on saying, I choose to see love instead of this. And it helps me tremendously. And it's one of the lessons from A Course in Miracles as well. So I feel like you're being guided to bless the situations in your life that feel challenging. Bless your relationships, okay? Bless your past. Forgive your past. Let it go. But most of all, choose to see things from the perspective of love. Seeing things from your heart versus your mind versus the ego versus from a place of judgment. So moving on, I'm going to show you the cards that we've pulled here. I'm going to move everything up just so that I can fit all the cards. So you have gratitude. Although you're going through obstacles and challenges in your life right now, you need to be in a place of gratitude and appreciation. Appreciate the obstacles and the challenges as well as the things that are good in your life. The more you're focused on gratitude, you know, the higher your vibration is. All right. So this is a time where you need to be in a place of appreciation. Bless the challenges, bless the obstacles. Be grateful for everything that's unfolding right now, because there are blessings that are occurring. There's a reason why things are unfolding the way they need to. And the more you focus on gratitude, it's going to help you navigate through where you're feeling tested in love and romantic partnerships, in all your relationships, okay? Where your commitment's being tested. But you also have, highlighting that, you have triumph. The more you focus on appreciation of what's unfolding for you right now, and I'll just bring that in closer so you can see it, you're going to be successful. Don't give up hope, because I feel like there's a feeling of feeling disappointed right now. But success is coming for you. You need to trust, believe, and have faith. You're overcoming obstacles and challenges. This full moon energy is actually, and some of the stuff that's been unfolding is pushing you to your success. Highlighting that, you have listening to wisdom. When you're focusing in gratitude, you're naturally tuned into the divine. You're naturally tuned into the authentic truth of who you are. You're automatically elevated to a higher vibration. And this means you're listening to wisdom. But you're being guided to listen to the inner wisdom of your soul right now. A lot's coming up for you, and you need to trust your intuition. Your intuition is going to guide you towards success as well. So pay attention to the ideas and the inspiration that's pouring in at this moment. Pay attention to your dreams, I'm getting. Know that your guides and angels are supporting you and guiding you forward. But listen, I feel like a lot of you are really struggling and in your mind. And this is a time to listen. Not to allow your thoughts to take to take over. Pay attention to what's coming up for you here. Move that up there. And then you have opportunity. Focusing on gratitude. Even though your commitment is being tested, right? There's an opportunity here. You may not see it yet, but there's one that's coming. There's some blessing and divine opportunity that's unfolding here. This is taking you to exactly where you need to be. The world is full of opportunities waiting to be discovered. So as you're letting go, because it's definitely a feeling of letting go something, leaving something in the past. As you're letting go of outdated thoughts and belief systems and laying down those burdens and being in a place of gratitude, knowing that everything has happened up to this point because it needed to, and you learned something from it, it's ultimately leading you to success. And now you're listening to your divine wisdom that's coming in, and that in turn is bringing these opportunities to you. So then you have release. So you need to let go of something. There's some kind of belief system, some feelings, some emotions that are negative and toxic that you need to let go of. You're releasing things that aren't serving you. You're moving away from people, places, things that are not in your highest good, that do not benefit you on your path. This is also about you surrendering your worries, your fears, your anxieties. Because highlighting release, you have the 9 of Blades. This is anxiety. This is not sleeping at night, right? You're not sleeping at night. You're worried. You have anxiety. You have stress. You have fear. And, the universe is saying to you, lay down the burdens. Put everything in our hands. Let it go. Let go of the resistance. Let go of what's not serving you. Let go of those things that don't make you feel good. Walk away from them. They're not helping you any. Highlighting that, you have accept, love. So I feel like for some of you, there's been situations in romantic partnerships and relationships. But again, this is about all relationships. For some of you, I'm definitely feeling romantic partnerships and relationships where you're needing to walk away from a relationship that isn't serving you, that's not in your highest good. I'm also picking up that there's some kind of karmic connection, patterns and cycles that you've been repeating within your partnerships. And part of it is that what your belief is about love. There's a feeling of holding on to past disappointments, negative behaviors, and repeating those same patterns with people, codependencies, getting involved with people that are toxic, low vibrational, not in your highest good. And there's something, and this goes for all your relationships. For some of you, I feel like it's belief systems that you've kind of learnt from childhood that have ultimately affected your relationships with people, whether it be friendships, partnerships, romantic relationships, and whatever's unfolding for you, it's about you letting love in, allowing love to come in. Some of you are afraid to love because of past hurts and disappointments, and for others of you, there's a need to see things from the place of love, to see others from a place of love, see the good within everyone, and to be confident. This is about you opening your heart. You've attracted certain situations. There's been fear in romantic partnerships and relationships. There's been fear in your relationships, which has ultimately attracted these negative cycles. And so, the universe is here. Everything that's unfolding, it needed to, because it's been opening your heart to love. It's opening you up to the authentic truth of who you truly are, and guiding you to live from that space. So be open to receiving the love that's coming in, and be open to giving love. Okay, so it's bringing things into balance. It's balancing those, and you're also having balancing of the masculine and feminine energies, but bringing yourself into balance. And this is also about realizing that you're worthy of love, and that you deserve a love that is worthy of you. You deserve to be in a relationship that is of equal give and take. Unconditional love of self. This is about you also learning unconditional love of self and moving away from things that have really blocked you. Okay? from receiving the love that you deserve. Accept love. Open your heart. Also, open your heart in situations that you've been closed off. Maybe some of you, you know, it's important to have boundaries, but are you building walls? And highlighting that, you have confidence. This is about you learning to love yourself and having confidence that, you know, with the current alignments, what you're releasing that is karmic from your past ultimately is bringing you to something more, bringing you to something better, bringing you to a divine blessing. It's also, everything that's unfolding here is bringing you to a place of self-confidence, loving yourself unconditionally, having courage in relationships, trusting, believing, having faith. You're becoming aligned with the truth of who you are and becoming more self-confident. This is what this energy is teaching you. Self-confidence opens you to the energy required to carry you through each day at your very best. All right, beautiful messages here. This is a deep, deep reading, but the messages are truly beautiful. You then have impatience. So I get the sense and feeling that there's this feeling of things aren't coming in quick enough. They're not happening now. Why aren't they happening now? I want things to unfold now. And the universe is saying to you, have patience. Great things take time to create. And, you know, you are building a solid foundation for your future. You cannot build a city in a day. It takes time and patience. This is you waiting for something to come in, waiting for some kind of offer, waiting, you know, you're waiting for this financial stability. You're waiting for a solid offer from partnerships or relationships. Definitely I'm sensing around the career. You're waiting for these things to unfold where there's that financial stability. And the universe is saying to you, be patient. Also, don't rush in your relationships with people. Okay? This is also about an apology coming in for some of you, I'm sensing here. But it's like you want to reap the rewards from all the effort, the hard work and effort you've been putting in. And it's coming. You just need to trust. Don't be impatient here. Surrender to the divine. Your prayers, wishes, and desires. So highlighting this Knight of Coins, you have your prayers and wishes, okay, are coming into fulfillment. Look, she's making a wish in the wishing well. Make a wish with the universe. What is it that you want? What is it that you wish for? Know that the sun's coming up here. Look, there's brighter days. Your wishes are coming true. It's time for you to be in a place of appreciation and joy, and know that your prayers and wishes are coming true. They've been heard by the universe. You know, God, your angels, whoever it is that you believe in, the divine. But know that what you're asking for is happening, but you need to have patience. And highlighting that, you have transformation. It's almost like for things to come in, you needed to be in the right place. And this is also about divine timing. Things don't always happen in the time that you want them to. They don't always happen in the way that you want them to. But I guarantee you, they will exceed your expectations. Okay? But this is unfolding in divine time. Perhaps you weren't ready. Perhaps you weren't in a place to truly receive what you were asking for. Everything needs to come into alignment at the perfect time. And things take time to build. Strong foundation, strong structure. So you've been going through this transformation so that this can come in for you. You're being guided to go with the flow here. Not to doubt, to have faith. Everything's unfolding as it needs to, in the time that it needs to. And then you have facade. You have the facade card, the 10 of Swords, 10 of Blades on this deck. This is about betrayal. This is about feeling like you've been stabbed in the back, you've been betrayed, there's been dishonesty, there's a feeling of heavy burdens, you're feeling anxious about life and feeling like let down, disappointments and grief, feeling very heavy, okay, because of everything that's happened for you. Some of you have had betrayals in love and romantic partnerships and relationships. And perhaps this has happened several times over and over. And yet you keep going back to the same partner, the same relationship. For others of you, feeling like you're never supported by your family, or feeling betrayed by members of your family because you feel not supported. That's also coming up here. For some of you, I'm feeling it's amongst friendships or people that you work with, or you know, you past friendships. There's a feeling of definitely betrayal from people that haven't had your best interest at heart, which has led you to disappointment. Perhaps you weren't seeing that there's people around you that had a facade on, that had a mask on, that they weren't of authentic truth. You need to move away from toxic people, situations, and environments because they're not for you. Stop surrounding yourself with people who are false, fake, that you know, have a facade, that pretend to be caring and loving towards you and pretend to be supportive, but in actuality they're not. This is about trickery in romantic partnerships and relationships. Perhaps who you thought this person is that you're walking away from, they're not that person. Perhaps the relationship didn't work out as it meant to. As they weren't honest. They weren't being honest. So there's definite sense and feeling of feeling betrayed because people aren't being authentic and true. But you had the signs, I feel like. Some of you are very intuitive. But this is about moving away from that. See, the 10 is completion. This is closing out a cycle where there's been hurt, pain, grief, disappointment, betrayal. You're moving away. After the 10 comes the 1. That's it. You're at the end of this. Some of these emotions might be coming to the surface. These are karmic debts, karmic completion. You don't want this in your life, trust me. Leave it behind. Let it go. You'll be better for it. Move away from people, places, and situations that aren't serving you, that aren't based on authentic truth, that aren't coming from a vibration of love. Bless them, send love, and move on. That's all you need to do. But let it go. Stop holding on to things that are really creating blocks in your life. People aren't always what they seem, guys. That's just the truth of the matter. You then have learn from life. Everything that's happened has taught you something. There's great wisdom that you've gained from these situations. And you're starting to realize that. There's lessons that you're learning. And you won't repeat the same lessons now because you're breaking cycles. This is the end of a cycle. Karmic debts being paid off. Completion. Clarifying that, you have sanctuary. Know that there's a place for you where, you know, go within, go to your heart and focus on being in a place of prayers. Give everything that you're feeling over to the divine, or even create a sacred space where you can go. You know, for me, I not only have a sacred space in my room, even when I'm doing this reading, the way that I have it set up, it's very sacred to me. When I'm outside in nature, that's my sacred space. And all of those things ground me. All of those things feed my soul. And it's my private space, my sanctuary. So with a calm, focused mind and enjoyment of each moment, you create your very own sanctuary. Know that peace is within you. You then have wisdom. Clarifying that, here you are as the Queen of Pentacles. You're coming up here as somebody who is kind, caring, compassionate, who is abundantly blessed. Okay, beautiful things are unfolding for this Queen of Pentacles here. This is your energy. You've gained wisdom and clarity from all the lessons that have been unfolding for you. And here you are sitting on your throne as the Queen of Pentacles. Lots of divine opportunities and blessings unfolding for you. And the Queen of Pentacles, so this is earth energy. You're being guided to connect. Go outside in nature and know that Gaia is feeding your soul, okay? Grounding your energy. You're going to hear guidance outside in nature. You're connected to your guides and your angels. You're better able to receive. But allow Gaia to be your vitality, to feed your energy, to feed your soul. Step into the power of this Queen of Pentacles. There's abundance here. Abundance and blessings. Gaia, you as the Queen of Pentacles, this is you having determination, willpower, and the strength to move forward. Don't give up. Know that you're being supported on your path. Take it as divine wisdom. Everything that you've learned, what have you gained from your experiences? It's given you strength. Determination is the power within to keep you from giving up on your dreams. This is about not giving up. Don't give up. Right. So, then we have destiny. Everything that's unfolding has been a part of your destiny. Okay, it's your destiny. It's your karmic wheel. It's your path. The universe is pushing you towards your path, your destiny, your purpose, your life purpose, why you've come. And every person that you've met and every situation that's unfolded up to this time, there was something that you needed to learn from that experience. Every relationship is a divine appointment. You have, so here we have, and this is about your destiny with your divine partner, the person that you're meant to spend your life with. For those of you who are seeking partnership and relationship, this is about that divine union as well. You have the Three of Blades. So again, this is a feeling of hurt, betrayal, grief, heartbroken, disappointed. And this has to do with situations within romantic partnerships and relationships. But this is also heartbreak from all your relationships where you've had disappointments, right? But this was a part of your path. It happened because ultimately, for those of you who have been in relationships that were toxic, that weren't in your highest good, that weren't meant for you, this needed to happen so that you could be led to divine partnership, the person that you're meant to be with. This was also about you realizing the love that you seek is you. You have the Three of Blades and you have the Lovers. So I do feel There are those of you out there that are going through endings within romantic partnerships and relationships. Some of you might have even been in third-party situations. But the universe is saying, what are your beliefs in love? Where have you blocked yourself from receiving love? What are the barriers that you've created against love? Because if you're fearing love, and if you were fearing getting involved in relationships, then guess what? That's a barrier to love. If you fear opening your heart, if you fear, oh my God, what's going to happen? How is this going to unfold? Guess what? You've created a barrier to love. And so you needed to open your heart and remove that barrier. And first by coming in alignment with yourself, making yourself a priority, learning to love and accept yourself so that true divine partnership and relationship can come in. This is your destiny, your path. Because there is a relationship here for you. But it happens when you realize that in reality, you are the love that you seek. And in reality, there are no disappointments. There are no mistakes. Everything unfolds the way it does for a reason in all your relationships. Because every relationship is a divine appointment. So some of you are making a choice here. There's a decision to be made in love. You know, it's time to let go. Let go so that you know, you can attract what it is that you truly deserve. Know that these situations have given you great strength and resilience. You're going to be stronger because of everything that's unfolded here. And also realize that you've always been strong. You've had the ability to navigate through this. And everything that's unfolding is ultimately bringing you inspiration and courage. It's helping you to let go of fear. It's helping you to take a leap of faith. It's helping you to move towards your dreams, your goals, your desires, what you truly want and what you truly deserve in life. There's opportunities that are coming. You're getting clarity. Whatever's been unfolding within your relationships, romantic, family, friendships, work relationships, partnerships, is bringing you back into your power. You're taking back your power. You know your worth. You know that you deserve to have unconditional love. Not a love based on conditions and terms and attachments and judgments and if you do it the way that I want you to, like you're just moving away from all that toxic garbage. Because there's more out there. And moving away from people that judge you, that don't see the truth of who you are, who don't love you for who you are, who put on a facade. The determination of your mind and soul will guide you toward unleashing your inner power. Stop giving your power away to others. And then you have faith. Have faith that the universe is supporting you, your guide, your angels. Okay? There's hope on the horizon. You have the star. Know that what you're asking for is coming true. And this is about when you allow love to come in, love of the divine. You allow love from the divine to surround your situations where you feel obstacles and challenges. You're going through changes. Go with the flow rather than against it. Don't look back to the past. Let it go. Because hope is on the horizon. This is a time of rebirth for you. You're reinventing yourself. You're finding out who you truly are, why you've come, what your purpose is. You're learning about your relationships. You're learning about the parts that you've played. You're learning to embrace the shadow aspects of yourself as well as the light. This is about putting all the pieces of the puzzles together, and you're going through this rebirth. Relaxation. I feel like some of you, being that this rebirth and relaxation is here together, some of you need to take a time out to cleanse, move away. Honestly, I feel like taking a break, being by the ocean, and allowing yourself to be cleansed by the ocean, that sea salt air. Some of you, I feel like you need to go on vacation, and there's going to be a major change and rebirth when you come back from this vacation or while you're on vacation. You have the relaxation card here. It's time to detach and take care of you, love and nurture you. Stop your world from spinning by partaking in well-deserved moments of relaxation. Yeah, definitely needing to take a break at this time. Then you have trickery. Beware the people that you're surrounding yourself. Beware of the tricksters around you. Beware of tricky partners, people who are fake, that put on a facade, that have been dishonest in your relationships. Perhaps you have this, you're seeing people with this veil of illusion. You're seeing them as someone that they're just not. And perhaps there's people within, in families, friendships, you know, people that you've been around that have been not who you thought they were. Now, clarifying the card of trickery is the Page of Wands. So you could be dealing with somebody who's a fire sign here, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This person is not being honest. This person is the one that's creating havoc and betrayal, I feel like. This is what came up for me. You need to watch out for this person. They're not coming from a place of honesty or integrity. And for some reason, I feel like for some of you are dealing with somebody who just has it out for you. For others of you, this is a romantic partner. But there's a sense and feeling of, you know, a trickster here. And why? So when I asked, why has this card come out? What's interesting is that, so this is like competitive energy, the Five of Wands. Conflicts with others. Competing energy, I'm sensing. Because clarifying that is prosperity and abundance. So when I ask for clarity on why is this conflict with others coming up, this is about someone not wanting to see you progress, not wanting to see you move forward. This is also a feeling of, for some of you with romantic partnerships and relationships, this is about somebody who really was just after money and was with you for the wrong reasons. Some of you, what you thought they were, and perhaps they made it appear that they were solid and that they had abundance and success and all of those things, and in actuality they didn't. So some of you, there's a facade of that, but definitely people not wanting to see you move forward, competing, envy, jealousy, not wanting you to achieve this. That's definitely what I'm feeling. And some of you, this person is preventing you from achieving what you desire because you're holding on to it. So if you're holding on to a relationship that isn't serving you, where there's all these conflicts, you're blocking yourself from accomplishing what you truly deserve. So beware of who you're surrounding yourself with. Beware of people that are psychically attacking you as well. That's definitely coming up on this full moon. Lies and deceit, miscommunications, okay? Definitely feeling that energy here. You have the card of rejuvenation. You need to take care and feed your soul and rejuvenate yourself right now. As you're going through this transformation, you need to detach and nurture you. All right? Rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit with a fresh and renewed approach to life. Again, for some of you, I feel like you need to take a break, take a vacation. Some of you very well may be going to travel, and I feel that there's going to be some kind of great clarity that's going to unfold while you're away, and things are going to be quite renewed. You know, these next few months, August, September, October, are extremely important. There's a lot unfolding. So here I've pulled we're done with the heavy energy here, guys. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and pulled some cards about what the outcome is. How is this full moon helping you move forward? What are you moving towards? And what's the positive outcome in regards to the situation? So there is the card, you have the Three of Cups. This is about a celebration. This is about you accomplishing everything that you've been working towards. This is about you also going out and having fun after a heavy, heavy time. Because you also have here the World. This is celebration after completing a heavy cycle. Celebration, and this is your world coming into completion. Everything that you've been working for, gaining the success and the triumph from all your hard work. Because you also have here the Eight of Coins. All your hard work and effort is going to pay off. You've completed a cycle. There's going to be celebration coming after this cycle, right? Because there is a positive new horizon. You have the World, the Eight of Coins, the Three of Cups. You also have here the Magician. Those seeds that you've been planting, those things that you've been working on, manifesting, there is divine alchemy at play. There is magic in this situation. The universe, okay, is bringing you what you desire. You've realized that you have all the tools that it takes to create what it is that you want in your life. Here you are, digging, planting your seeds. There's abundance around you here, okay? You have the tools that you need for your success. This is divine alchemy. And you've gained strength, knowledge, wisdom, clarity. You now have the willpower, determination to move forward. You've learnt your lessons here. And ultimately, the universe is bringing you to your Ten of Cups. Emotional fulfillment, happiness, joy, peace, bliss, love, partnerships and relationships of authentic truth. Your career opportunities that will be based on authentic truth. True partnerships. True romantic love and partnerships. Healing is occurring. You're finding your emotional fulfillment. So I wanted to pull some Ganesh cards. And ask him what messages of guidance he has for us at this time. So I feel like here he's bringing in insight and clarity to you. Asking you to trust your intuition. All right? Know that he's supporting you on your path. And removing the obstacles and challenges out of your way. But he's also giving you insights that you need in order to move forward. He's also asking you to find the joy in the smaller things in life. And if you feel like there is no joy in your life right now, he's asking you to embrace that inner child within, to find joy, to be in a place of gratitude and appreciation, because that will elevate you to the vibration of joy, which in turn will help you in manifesting those things you're wanting to attract into your life. When you manifest from a place of joy, Things will move very quickly. So you're being guided to find joy in your life. And then you have here, promise of the future. So don't doubt, okay? There's blessings and new beginnings coming on the horizon. There's a promise of a brand new future built on a solid foundation. Your dreams and desires, your goals coming into alignment. Everything that you hoped and wished for. But as you're releasing this cycle that you've been in, as you're moving away from those things that haven't been serving you, there is a brighter tomorrow. There is a promise of a solid foundation and a bright future and bright, prosperous future, okay? Relationships based on authentic truth, unconditional love, divine union. It's here for you. You're also being guided, and this is really highlighting where I had placed the cards for trickery, and it's the last card. Know that you're being protected from people that are low vibrational, people who don't have the good intentions, from partnerships and relationships that haven't been serving you, that are draining and depleting your energy, that aren't based on authentic truth, people who don't mean you well. Know that Ganesh is here to shower you with protection, okay? He's surrounding you with protection at this time. So there's no need to stress and worry because you are being divinely protected. This is a beautiful, beautiful read, guys. And you're going to see this moving kind of within this full moon energy up to the next full moon cycle. But really, over the next 2 weeks, and definitely by the new moon, you should be experiencing a shift in energy because this energy is bringing in a shift for you. The doors are closing, okay? And just know that you're supported and protected by your guides and your angels at this time that are helping you on your path as you move forward. So I'm wishing you a blessed and beautiful rest of the week, and well, tomorrow's Friday, so have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll be back to do all the element readings over the weekend. Okay, God bless and namaste. Please remember, actually, before I forget, please remember to give me a thumbs up and like to the video if you felt that it resonated, as well as subscribing to my channel. I thank each and every one of you who already subscribed and support my channel, but I would love your love and support, and know that I'm with you, sending you love and healing on your journey, on your path, and you're not alone. And again, if any of you have a channel of your own or want me to give you a shout out, leave me a comment below. I'll be more than happy to do so. So again, enjoy the rest of your week. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. God bless and namaste.